So we're sending out refugees that actually helped us during wartime and rewarded them by granting them green cards here, or at least to be able to get in the process with their families. And we're going to send them back to be discriminated against, most likely killed, and bring over white South Africans who actually own the majority of the land in South Africa, because like 40 of them possibly a year get killed. That makes perfect sense.
He is taking bits of fact and then just choosing your own adventure. Is the government will occasionally come to remedy some of the problems with apartheid that happened for 50 years in that country. They will come and with compensation
and return,
they will take the land occasionally back. So what he did is he took two little seeds and just like did his own thing.
So look at that, just like back in the days when Lincoln abolished slavery in America, but then he actually ended up giving reparations to the landowners, or to the slave owners that lost slaves, not the slaves. Same kind of thing. They get compensation for losing their land, but they're gonna say something about like they're getting killed. It's crazy.
Giving refugee status to these people who, there's crime in South Africa, but these are, I've always believed America should prioritize the most in need refugees. And right now, it's set to later this year, Afghan refugees who are here are going to be sent back to Afghanistan. And we know they'll be subject to beatings, to jailing, and even to killing. And some of those are people who served alongside U.S. forces as translators and interpreters. And I would just implore the president, he was so critical of Joe Biden's withdrawal from Afghanistan. Stay true to what we owe the Afghans who fought with us and let them remain here. Let them be safe. If you serve alongside U.S. forces, you have a right to refugee status.
And as we see right there, you know, hey, brown people always getting treated a little bit differently than white people in America. Always been that way. Always.
American policy, because there was a development where the U.S. government actually acted on some of these accusations to change immigration policy. Can you explain that?
Right. So last week, we saw the first cohort of white South African refugees be brought by the U.S. government from South Africa to be resettled into the United States. And this was pretty significant for a number of reasons. The first being that the process of resettling these individuals was very different from the way that other refugees have entered the United States in terms of this happened really fast. Their background checks occurred within a matter of weeks and maybe a few months.